Okay. Not entirely sure why that violently imploded, but, but, we are much better now than we were a minute ago, considering I can actually see what's going on again. So I'm not gonna paddle around the details anymore. We're just gonna go ahead today. Today I'm going just gonna sit down because I have PNGtuber Plus. I haven't really messed around with it all that much, and as much as I love my current iteration of Saris, I always feel like I can do better for her. So I feel like getting an update to the art as well certainly would hurt. So a lot of this initial time is figuring out what exactly I'm hoping for, and also making sure that the music I have on in my headphones in the background is not too loud, because otherwise I get distracted. But there is this. If nothing else, giving her a redraw in her original posing might not be a bad idea. I'm not going to pretend this is going to look nice at first. All good art has an ugly stage, and this is something that Bio has regularly imparted upon me. All good art is going to have its ugly stage, where it looks like absolute crap and you want nothing to do with it, and it's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. That's just all art. And obviously, to a degree, you just have to be okay with that. Yeah. You need to be okay with the fact that it's not perfect right away. Then I figure this is a chance to maybe redesign her outfit to a degree. Because I love the outfit to death. And I feel like I'm curious if hang on. I'm gonna briefly not show that because I'm wanting to open something, but I'm not sure if it will actually get me in trouble. So, oh, I didn't actually hit the button yet. Okay, so hold it. We're gonna pretend I'm still here. I'm just using this screen as like a seeing if it's gonna. Okay. It will not, in fact, uh, dox me big time if I or get me in trouble by showing off my actual computer if I open up my file search. Good to know. Because that would be a nightmare and a half, and I don't want to deal with that. Here in a bit, I might see about making some food. And if I find that I'm not jiving with today's work, I will take a little aside project. I'm gonna open that up as well so that it's open in there and ready to go. Yep. So what I also do is sometimes I just like making little PNG collages. I think they're fun. I think they're neat. They're adorable. Why wouldn't I? So ba, 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 ba. It's between that or I'll pull up a different project that I had going on just for fun. It's always good to da, da, da. So let's see here. Hmm. Don't so regardless of whether or not this is a bot or a real person, just because I'm not used to that kind of a message. I really do not add people on Discord directly. I am supposed to have a Discord, but I broke it, so I am having to fix that. So I do hope you will pardon me that I don't have a Discord directly. Do I have my... No, I don't. Okay. Well, that'll be its own thing. But regardless, I'm not going to have that message be present. I'm very sorry to say. Not because I'm particularly against like meeting new people or anything, but I don't do that. I'm very sorry to say I just don't do that. That is a personal boundary for me. Hmm. Making sure that I'm also not going insane because I feel like I am. Also, I say this respectfully, part of the community. Here we go. Okay. I would love to have you around more all the same. Just no thank you in that regard. I don't give out my Discord, especially not to people that I know very, very little about. As you can tell, sometimes I'm just kind of hazarding a guess and reminding myself what the hell I even did the first time. Because these files that I have for Ceres, I don't really have those anymore, and I'm not sure where they've gone. For obvious reasons, you can imagine that would be a bit of an issue. Okay, if you two don't quit that, stop, stop. Oh my god. I have two cats, and they've decided that now is the most appropriate time to start committing felony tax evasion. Oh god, silly, silly creatures. But figure won't hurt to have. Mm. So my main thing is, do I want to keep it the same, or do I want that to be kind of different than before? Oh, I see. There's a little head tilt before that. Oh, good gracious grief. Mm, I'm not hiding my layers on purpose either. I just kind of. I mean, I don't know why I have this. I don't know why I have the brush size thing open when I rarely ever actually use it. I guess for me, the other thing is that I have the opportunity with doing this to kind of readjust model to a degree. I have the opportunity to correct things that in the original art I am no longer particularly happy with. So why not take the chance, right? Hmm. Give her more, perhaps, of some. Oh. With art, you really shouldn't do like the little shoop, 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 quick strokes. I just kind of like doing it that way. It makes me. Well, that's not quite what I wanted. I'm kind of. For Sarah's, I always thought I'd have some kind of like mom hair look almost. Okay, wait, I forgot to do my little hairline. Do I do a lot of things that are probably kind of unnecessary? Yes, but they make me happy, and I think that's really the extent of what it needs to be. I'm not going to be perfect by any means, but I'm learning, I'm a growing, I'm doing my best. Oh, you know what I do? You know what I need to do? I could grab some of my other art. I could. Do I have it in my pictures? I don't. Oh, hmm. Okay. Do I have the file still, though? I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, I do. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to open the file, not save it. Oh, that was almost a very bad thing. Be very careful, kids, or you're gonna overwrite your files and it's not gonna. Jamie. Jamie boy. Jamie boy. Baby boy. Jamie. Right here. Okay. Yes, I'm kind of looking at my old art again, but see what you will. I'm also kind of a fan of that, like, little heart shape, sort of. You know what I could do? I could just. I could just. Oh, wait, I don't even need to do that. I could just screenshot normally. That could be a great idea. And then I can close that because I haven't actually made any meaningful changes. And I can have that in like the corner as my little reference photo, sort of, for what I'm trying to do. That one, his name is Edgy. I made him for the Spirit Hunter fandom like 7 years ago at this point, and I keep adjusting him. To be fair, he's also a character for Norm Sakhalem, which is a project of mine and Bio's, and I love him to death. He's my little guy. He's my little guy. He's my... Anyways, I should probably not be. That was nothing. Myself a heart attack. Oh, that was really funny, but also, oh God, I was drawing on a much brighter canvas too. That's gonna be it. How did I put my eyes through that? Yeah, let's see here. I mean, I kind of I can see what okay, I can see what I was up to there. Pushes in a little bit, but not that much. To okay. Okay. I don't always know what I'm talking about, but I at least can kind of get a feel. I make the most random layers for everything, and I don't name half of them, and it is a problem that I will have to speak to God about when I am on my deathbed. However, God is not here to judge me yet, so he can fucking fight me, the royal bastard. If he keeps fucking with me this month, I am going to find him, and the kingdom of God will be mine. I'm sorry to say, I'm not. Not even slightly sorry for a damn thing that I've said, but. mm, I don't always remember the specific. Ah! That's not supposed to happen. Okay, what are we doing? I see what we've done. Whoa! No wonder that felt a little funky. Uh, Yeah, I don't always remember the exact specifics of what made an OC an OC in the first place, so sometimes I have to be violently reminded via trial and error. When I was initially designing Saris, I liked the mom vibes for her. So honestly, I think I'm gonna go for sort of mom vibes ish. It's not a perfect solution, obviously. But what else can I do? Turn that down a little more. Trying to figure out the jawline as well a little bit. Like, is she going to have a harsher, softer? She have more weight, less weight? I like figuring that out. I feel like that's probably what I'm going for. In regards to any specific traits, I don't know the names for things. I just go, I think that would be cute, and I'm usually correct. Bearing in mind, this is more of a design sheet initially. For PNGtuber stuff, I am gonna have to break down these shapes, and I'm gonna be mad at myself for drawing things the way I've decided to. But that's okay. I will figure it out. See, I like giving her. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I like doing this, and then I like kind of covering one side. Like, is she more of a person with an upturned or a downturned? She's more of an upturned to me. She has that, like, woo kind of shape to me. She's got that kind of like little. Oops, there's a little doohickey there. Didn't mean that. But to me, Saris has got that tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of eh to her. I think eh is maybe the wrong word because that doesn't convey the enthusiasm I have for my dear girl. But for now, it'll have to be good enough. And then I've started to learn that a less is more approach always helps. She doesn't have eyebrows. I always do this to myself. I always do that to myself where I forget the eyebrows. And then I'm like, why does it look strange? It's because your girl has no eyebrows. She's half bald. They're allowed to just be vague caterpillar shapes for now. I want to focus more on the expression than anything else. Ba, 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 ba. There's the hairline at like 30%. Let's go back to the hair. Can we tell my process is kind of all over the place? So, this is not mom hair. I don't know what this is, but it's not mom hair. But it does convey what I want it to, and that I want the shape, the hairline to like be here, sort of. Sometimes I just kind of have to sit with it. There is always use for several. Oh, there is use for several dinky little drafts that you're like, that looks awful and doesn't make sense. It's okay. The only one it's got to make sense to is you. And then I gotta move that out of the way. And then I can just kind of hide the first attempt. See how I'm feeling. If I'm not vibing with any of those, I can always look up the kind of hair I'm looking for. It took staring at like more than a couple. I hate this. Let me get rid of that. No, no, we don't get rid of it. I'm having to endlessly remind myself of this fact that we don't get rid of it. We just lower the layer, we try again, we move on. Hmm. Let me see. And I had it at kind of like a 3/4 heart regardless. Wonder if maybe though. Am I tilted? No, I'm not tilted. I'm wondering if maybe adjusting the wear will make that feel. What? You know what? You know what? That might work. Sometimes it's just like sit for a minute, think about it. Why is it pissing you off so much? Caterpillar of the Commonwealth. Oh, you know what? You know what's probably bothering me? Where's the girls? Where's our girls' ears? Where are they? I don't honestly like drawing ears all that much because they're kind of confusing to me, but they are also kind of necessary on a few levels, at least for like figuring out hairline and such. To me, that may not be a universal rule for everyone. Frankly, I hope it isn't. It's such a pain in the butt to have to figure that out every single time. Maybe I can bring back some of her old, like, little tufts, is the way I'm thinking of referring to them, but I'm honestly not too sure. Mm. Nah, the tufts don't. Ah! Every time. Sometimes my pen doesn't always register when I'm going for the eraser, so it's like more color, more. Like, no, honey, we gotta reel it a little bit. Hmm. I guess Sarah's been through like a couple different iterations, and finding what I want from her has been a tricky process. That I will say for sure. The purple hair, that's just kind of. Sorry, I was thinking. I made a Roblox avatar of her a while ago, and I don't think it's what I want necessarily, but it is something to consider. Oh, Jamie, did you get stuck? Sorry, big boy, but that was so silly. Oh, little man just got himself stuck in the Dr. Pepper box. For what? I have to take that out to recycling, you douche. Oh, okay. No tears. You good boy? Say hi. He won't say hi. He's an attention whore, but only a me attention whore. Okay. Mm, I guess I'm kind of because it. Mm, you know what? Pinterest, my savior. Pinterest, my beloved. Let me see if I can. Oh, ew, my ad block is not on. Let me turn that back on. Or is it? Because I'm seeing ads and I despise that. Okay. What? What? No, no, no. Get off. You Stinky bastard boy. Stinky bastard. He knows what he's done. He knows his sins. I feel no sympathy for this brat. He is accursed. Oh, they I gotta update my filters, I think. Because I refuse to browse Pinterest without having that on. Because it's disgusting. The amount of ads that they'll shove. Like, I refuse. No, thanks. Or did they just update it in time? Yeah, nasty. Anyways, I can. Jamie, okay, I love you. I know you want lap time, but you are quite literally in my business. You are so in my business. It's not even my business anymore. It's your business. It's monkey business. You're being a little monkey man, and I don't appreciate it. Oh, Jameson. Jameson! Quit it. What does Pinterest have to say? I mean, yeah, that's about what I was thinking. Okay, Jamie, 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 Jamie boy. Quit it. You are getting on my nerves, girl. Okay, so honestly, I'm seeing a lot of like wolf cut kind of deals, unless that's not what they're called. But I digress. Okay, Jamie, you get 5 minutes of lap time. 5. If you interrupt me at any point in those 5 minutes, it's over. It's over for you, young man. Could you? You're ridiculous. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like mullets and layered, shaggy mullets kind of deal. Yeah, I mean, that's cute. It's what I'm going for, kind of. Oh, wait, no, not the. I could. I could be so funny. I could give her the Alice haircut from fucking Twilight. I could do that. I could do that. That could be a thing that I choose to do. Oh, I have too much power and I need to be stopped. It's either that or this really, really cute, like 3/4. I want to give her bigger hair. I do. I feel like the hair that she has right now is flat. That's not a people hair. That's a critter. Jamie. Sanity. Tragic. Imagination, the exit is your fixation. Don't you find it's just a digital hallucination? To find a way out, we're stuck here day after day inside it all. Okay, let me. Jamie, you are getting on my nerves, boy. You are getting on my nerves rather royally, boy. Okay, there's this really, really pretty one that I found off Pinterest that, like, could be very nice. Jamie, okay, that's it. I love you. I lift you up. I lift you, boy. Ah! My hand is not for teeth. My hands are not for teeth, sees. Okay, where the fuck? What the hell? There we go. All right. Jamie. Jameson! I can't do this with you. I'm so sick to death of this. Ah! Okay. Son. Son boy. Son boy. Son boy, son boy, son boy. Son boy. My son, my baby boy. Okay. Up and off you go. Eared. Don't stick out at me. Mwah. Rat bastard boy. Get off of me. I love you. Pat, 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 pat. You've received kisses. That should be your tithe for disturbing me. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. He's just such a little guy. And I say this both in the most and now there's cat hair. There's cat hair everywhere. There's cat hair. It's all over me. I'm gonna move that down with edgy. I'm gonna actually just make a folder for my little references because it will be great to have them clumped together so I don't get confused. You see, I don't name the parts, I just name the folders. I should really stop not I should really stop doing that way because that's bound to get me in trouble one of these days when I can't remember where the hell any of those layers went. But it will be ultimately more than fine. But there is. Hmm. Mental health. Come over again. You say. Okay. Sometimes with the references, I do. Oh, well, that's probably not helpful. I do like to try and get a sense of what's going on. My process does not always make sense, nor does it really have to. Hmm. Because what I'm hoping I can do is I can kind of get a sense for where the actual layering of the hair is. It's not a perfect science by any means. In fact, I get it wrong more often than not. But, like, at least it's an effort that I've made for myself. I would rather say that I've made an effort, even if I was wrong, so terribly wrong, than I didn't try. And, like, it wouldn't sit right with me, ultimately. It's. Because I can tell what I'm wanting to do, but sometimes I just kind of need to see the physical, real world equivalent of it. I don't do good with the rotating shapes in my brain thing. I just don't. It's not my thing. I've tried it. I've failed miserably. Mm. Okay. I think I get what they're getting at here. Hope I get what they're getting at here. Because it would be very embarrassing if I don't. Here, wait, we're gonna move everything up and then we're just gonna. We go. That's better. I think I can do a better initial. Whoops. That maybe makes more sense. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be good enough that I can understand it. Mm. The end of the day, that's all it's really got it. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Because what it is, there's that actual, like, this is just going to be like the dinky little, I need to understand what I'm looking at layer. Like, oh, okay, I remember what I did now. Hmm. Whoops. Oops. And now it's the eraser. Okay. Cool, cool. I'm not irritated, just annoyed. Obviously, I'm gonna have a dud layer or two. In fact, that's definitely wrong. Mm. Mm. Kind of not quite what I'm wanting either. That was honestly just like the goofing, and now it's the eraser, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't quite understand what I want it to do, but that's the whole point of getting my hands to learn. That's terrible mock-up, but it's a mock-up. It doesn't have to be pretty. I can make it make sense once it actually makes sense. For the love of everything holy and unholy. Whoops. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. We're starting to get there. And then I can kind of see what I meant. Like that little overlap almost. Sort of. I mean, maybe overlap's not the word I'm looking for, but it's. See, the scalp at some point needs to stop being there. Why do I have Rainbow Factory on this playlist, actually? So cold. And see, this can be probably back that up an inch. Yep. And obviously, we're not going to go that high up because that's a little much. I like volume, but I don't love that much. Okay, that's too much. That's too much swoop. There we go. We're kind of getting in it. Sort of. Perfect? No, but it's markedly less nightmarish. I'm slowly understanding hair a little better. Not by much sometimes, but slowly. Maybe? Mm, not quite feeling confident here, but this can just be temporary. I'll make it slightly more transparent so I can tell what I meant. Mm, not sure I'm loving it, but we'll get back to it. Because right now she's not quite. I think that's the thing. She's not quite looking like Sarah's yet to me. She's just someone cute, admittedly, but not quite my girl. So let's try it one more time. This time with feeling. Oops, too much. That's the other issue. Scorpion found in their name, a string to true, as true love can break. Hmm. Whoops, not quite what I meant to do. Better. Doesn't need to be perfect right now. This is just me getting the shit. Shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I will let that be what it is for a minute so that I can focus a little bit. As we can tell, I have things that are definitely unmedicated in me, and it does make things tricky. I don't need it to be perfect, but also, fun fact, the little glove that I have on Sarah's at the moment, it doesn't really go with her. It's just my art glove. It's just my art glove. But I did want her to have gloves to a degree. It was just kind of a question of how much I actually wanted her hands hidden. I don't remember exactly why I landed on the dual art glove compromise. I think it just I liked the asymmetry. Not asymmetry. Partially the symmetry and partially the contrast, I guess. You still get to see a little bit of her hands, but not so much. Okay, if this thing keeps slipping and sliding while I'm trying to take my nice little comfy seat, I'm gonna lose it. Cruel or unusual punishment be upon me, apparently. With the eyes, they're a little bit complicated. Mm, it's meant to have like a little bit almost of a reflective quality. I kind of hate it. Ah, that's the frustrating thing about trying to have someone who's the eyes are the window of this whole thing doesn't really work in this instance because, doesn't have those anymore. It's partially since she's meant to be a vessel for all of us, so to speak. She's someone who's purposely left to a degree vacant in identity. Not completely so, but hmm, what's bugging me here? I'm gonna keep handling it, and I'm sure what's bothering me will flashbang me in the epiphany of the century. It'll be so funny, I'm sure. No, I forgot. I don't do that like that anymore. I used to, and then I realized I hated the result. Fun fact, I don't have the greatest handle on anatomy at the best of times. So sometimes I just do, well, that's definitely not what I meant. When I was about to say I just do vague shapes occasionally, because I'll be so for real with you. The human body is a travesty, and if I could avoid having one, I would. But non negotiable aspect of being alive, I'm afraid. Sometimes I think I must be sitting at a sideways angle because I'm like, why does that look weird? Why does it look like I've done too much? And then it's like, it's because you did. You did do too much, but you can't tell that easy, can you? I'm just trying to be. It's like, kind of. Yeah, no. I see what I'm going at. I don't understand why I feel the need to do the like clavicles. They're not even visible most of the time. I think it just helps me personally with a sense of what on earth is going on with the body. Because there's something I can tangibly touch. A lot of how I've taught myself is with my own form, which means I had some oddities. Obviously, because I am not the most well constructed human being at the best of times. It kind of just is me wanting to have a sense on how to. It gives me a better sense of like where my body is. I also gave her baggy as hell sleeves because it avoided me having to do the intricacies of the human arm, which is a nightmare, and I hate her, and I hope that she's suffering. Whoever created the human arm. Do I do things in a way that is most conducive? Probably not, but I can't be pissed. And some of it is just like if there's inconsistencies or issues in my art, I'm the only guy that's got to deal with it ultimately. Oh wait, that's whoops, that's not where that's supposed to go. I got very confused. Oh, shoot, burger. It's fine. My fault. Does the reference make sense? Absolutely not. But it's mine, and I'm gonna do what I want. Let me see. Let me readjust based on corrected information. Hmm. I don't always have to make the most sense, as long as I understand what I'm looking at. It'll get there when it gets there. It's just got to be good enough for me most of the time. Honestly, yours only ever got to be good enough for you. As long as you can be chill with it, it's what the hell ever. Mm-hmm. You see, to a degree, I fall into old pitfalls sometimes. Oops. Like, why is it not working? It's because you did that arm on a completely separate layer, you dingus. It don't work because there's no arm there. Now, I feel like it'll probably help if I can just get everything smushed into a folder. That way, when I inevitably go to play with the sizing of it, it's collected and all together, and the references don't stop making sense. And also, I find myself a lot of the time starting off in a bit of a smaller scale than I would probably be best working with. I can hide that. If I like what I'm looking at with the shapes, it'll work out. Mm. There's these. I did these really cute like earrings for her last time. And honestly, I wonder if I did them again. I'll be honest. Oh, wait. They're really cute little moon earrings, but I have a better idea. Yeah, we could drive in my darling. Okay, wait. I'm cooking. I can cook just a little occasionally. Because Ceres has like two different iterations. There's the original iteration, which was for a D&D campaign that I feel like I will never fucking do. Not because I lack the confidence, I'm DMing a fucking Curse of Strahd campaign after all. But it's more, I sat down and I realized this would work better as just a written narrative than it would as like a campaign. I'd be sitting there and plot dumping to the people at my table for the entire fucking thing, and it wouldn't be fun. Because, like, I'd have an idea of what I'd want to happen, and it would just either they'd end up disappointed or I'd end up disappointed. And I value my friends' time too much to put them through hundreds and hundreds of hours of something for it not to matter. So it's kind of just a matter of. Mm. Now, initially, I wanted like a little bit of an open shirt kind of slutty look. Like, you know how you see. That's maybe a bad way of phrasing it. But with like, with certain. There's a lot of like that open shirt look you see for men, and I'm like, what if that, but women? And obviously, that kind of stuck because, you know, it stuck. Look at where I am now. But I don't feel like that's the most applicable. That and that's from an era in which it was still like kind of medieval, and I'm going off some very dark colors too. I feel like I should try something else. I should be creative. So I'm kind of tempted to incorporate to a degree her researcher version, which is yes, a Roblox AU for the fucking game pressure, but we're not gonna bully me for that because I'm funny and smart and damn it, I deserve to get giggles for my absolutely genius behavior. But it's tempting to incorporate a little bit of her researcher like motifs because that universe is Ceres. The original universe is Ceres, whole other thing. But that universe is Ceres was a researcher for Urban Shade who got caught up during the Hadal Blacksite breach, and yikes! You know how it goes when things don't go very well. But plot twist: creepy little stalker boyfriend. Not even her boyfriend, just her boss, who's a fucking freak. And I say that both respectfully and disrespectfully. Uh, decides, no, actually, you don't get to just stop existing. And let me tell you, Operation Heartburn was so fucking funny. I'm like, wait, what if the coral could animate a body? Wouldn't that be neat? And like make a kind of zombie-esque situation, but what if I gave it some extra steps so that like the memories, the personality, Ceres could be essentially implanted into any body she needs for herself, or more importantly, whatever body her creepy little boss stalker decides that he wants her in at that given time. He loves the original body, don't get me wrong, and he does do everything he can to make those new bodies look like the old one. But, like, it's absolutely a power trip thing to some degree. To be like, yeah, I get to control you down to the very shape of your skin, and you have to live with that. Am I projecting a little bit from my own history and life experiences? Maybe I am. What about it? I think that a narrative is fun with a little bit of spice. And in this case, we have fuck you, leave me alone versus Stalker, who absolutely is doing some heinous shit. But essentially, their whole deal is like, you know, in canon with pressure lore, the Hail Blackstite, they need to get the core from down inside, like the the ridge. I couldn't remember the word I was looking for. So they've already been sending expendables down there anyway. and just sort of keep her under wraps rather than getting her classified as like an entity needing containing, considering that this is some new shit. The coral doesn't usually work like that. I decided to be a little funny with it. Again, Operation Heartburn was a fucking godsend for me in terms of lore. Like, it's personal, buddy. But essentially, they make a little bet arrangement deal that she gets put into the Expendables program so that she can be relatively low radar. And it does explain the continuing to be revived thing, because rather than like sending body after body after body, it's more cost effective to just pick up whatever corpses you could retrieve that are in a salvageable state and shove the same person who has increasingly intimate knowledge of the facility in to grab it. It allows her to learn and to grasp her surroundings while preventing it from being a total waste of fucking time every time she dies, because all you have to do is grab whatever's left of her and shove her into a new suit and good to go. You can send her right back down, and now she's got the memories of the last time she went, so she's a little more prepared, sort of. Obviously, like, this is a severely, like, I don't want to say wish fulfillment because that implies stuff I don't want it to, but I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is exactly. It's kind of just a situation. No one liked being in this situation except for maybe the boyfriend, not boyfriend, so to speak. It's like they make an agreement. She goes down, she gets the core, she brings it back up. He will agree to forging her a completely new identity that he has no involvement or knowledge of outside of his reach completely. And he will let her live her life with some surveillance because, circumstances be as they may. But he says, like, yeah, no, I will leave you alone. If you can do this, I'll leave you alone. Completely and entirely. I will get you a new life in whatever body you come out of this in. I will pay for all expenditures in crafting you that life. You will go into witness protection. You will never hear from me again. But if at any point you decide that you can't do it, that there is no way, even with the boundless experiences and knowledge that you will have gained from doing this, if you think there's no way that you're going to do it, that it's just too much for you, you can't take it anymore, you could always stay with me. And then it's this little fuck you, that's nasty, yuck, for the rest of the game. And it is also canonically the reason why I only have one win in pressure, but at least I have the win. I have gotten very close to getting another one a couple times. One of them was ruined by a bug, like pre everyone returning to the dev team update. And let me fucking tell you how badly that grinded my gears. I was in the final, like, searchlights encounter, and it fucking closed the gate on me with me on the wrong side! The wrong side! Ah! I will never not be a little pissy about it, because what do you mean that I almost won and you took it away from me because of a stupid bug? That was going to be my win number 2. And in under an hour! In under an hour! I almost did it! Ah! But, uh, yeah, no, it's tempting. And to a degree, possibly to implant her into the Aurora Cicalum universe, because I will find every excuse to do that, and it's adorable. Of course, like, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Do I? Do I not? And I'm kind of trying to section things up by color as well because it gives me an idea. Like, I want the earrings to be dangly. I want them to have their own little, like, twists and pieces. And that's going to be really fucking annoying but it'll be really cute and it'll be worth it, even if no one can see it. Like, imagine if the earrings I had on now were dangly and, like, when I moved, they twisted and turned and, like, bobbled a little bit. That'd be so cute, right? And, like, so now it's kind of just what do I want to actually have her wear? Because I want to lean into the researcher a little more than I do the god of future, like she originally was supposed to be. I think, honestly, I might I might lean into like the research, the aesthetic. Because the other thing is, like, I've updated her design a little bit, and she's got like a couple tattoos now, and I wanted to find a way to show those off, but I don't know if I really can. So it's just kind of a situation as it stands. Like, we could do a turtleneck thingy here. We could, but I don't think I wanna. Could just do, and then like that kind of coat on top of that. Yes, I'm doing shabby shapes. I'm doing bad shapes on purpose. I'm just trying to get a think. Get a think. I mean, if that's something you can do. Let me see. Pinterest. Pinterest. What do we have to say, Pinterest? Let me see. Hands on time. You know what? You know what? That works. Honestly, I'd say. Oh, and I could make a. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I could do like a little badge and shit. That would be so cute. Okay, I just kind of need to think. Oh, and I could lean it. Oh, oh, oh. Obviously. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me think somewhat. Because I want to commit to my favorite aesthetics to some degree. Get that out of here. I want to commit a little harder to having my nice aesthetics, but I'm not 100% on how I want to go about that. Because I feel like the long coat is fun just for like dangling. Oh, and then the gloves! Okay, I vibe. I vibe and I find my answers. I always do. First off, we're gonna just. Oh wait, that's not how those work. It's not how gravity works, bub. I'm just doing shapes. Mm, mm, that's not how it is to some degree. Because I don't want to just do like the turtleneck thing. Because I see that all the fucking time, and it's like, ugh, whatever. But I think I have an idea. Maybe it's entirely possible. I've got to readjust all my sitting space because the little cushion I'm sat on is not being all that cooperative. Honestly, it gives her like a brighter palette as well and a little bit more chill to the. Okay, so this needs to be smaller, I think. Yep, that does it. Oops. Open a little. Little. That makes more sense, I think. But that needs to be smaller as well. Hmm. And like to a degree, it also just gives me some wiggle room with like I don't want to deal with certain. Hmm. Look, yeah, they are kind of eyesore colors to some extent. They're kind of strainy colors, but that's just while I'm like using my eyes a little bit. Oh, and I could still, oh, I could still open her up a little bit. It's the lovely, 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 lovely tuber. It's still. Hmm? I gotta wonder. I have Zydrate Anatomy on her playlist from like a while ago, and like what? Because like, I'm sorry, what do we mean that they changed the Zydrate Anatomy they have on Spotify? They made it worse. I don't like they've made it worse. Give me back my Zydrate. Oops, I lost the image I was using. Let me see if I can find her again. There we are. Okay, so it's got more of a polymer situation. Hmm. Wonder, is that like a men's shirt thing for it to do that? I know what I'm looking at, but it's not. Oh, this is a character from something that I'm seeing here. Is this a Resident Evil character? I think it is. I'm not 100% here. Let me see. Yeah, I guess it is. No, thank you, Apple, but also very funny timing. Okay, creepy. Creepy shit. That's not what I needed. Um, I need to. What? Why do I have two versions of this in my playlist, actually? That's irritating. Get that out of here. Tokyo, was fairy blossoms in her hair. I see you free. Roses in her. I choked her down. I know it's bad. Can watch a pretty soul grow. Oh, I lost one of my little backings. On the bed, and I took a flight of him. I choked her down. I know it's bad. I can watch a pretty soul grow. She's young forever. I choked her down. I know it's bad. Grow. Time. I choked her down. I know it's bad. I can watch a pretty soul grow young forever. I choked her down. I know it's bad. I can watch a pretty soul grow forever. I choked her down. I know it's bad. away. Sleep tight, don't let anyone by. Only death and bewildered. Like a killer. Shine is to sin to confess. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let anyone but you. She will leave, definitely will die. Hmm. Okay, what am I trying to okay, I see here. But I meant that. Sometimes I just have to ask myself what the hell I'm looking at and it'll make sense. But it takes a minute. Hmm. It's got a couple okay. Kind of see. I say I kind of see because I'm also being blinded by the sun. And that's obviously making things a little difficult. Always where the most pinch is. Hmm. I wish the sun was not like right in my eyes. Ah, it's so annoying. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Like, come on, man. I need my peepers. It's got to be right at the exact angle where God Himself can fuck with my vision. As if He doesn't fuck with me enough. Yeah, I think that works. As far as designs go, I think that's not a bad place to start. Now that we have the beginnings. Oh, hi, Jamie. Do you want more? Want more attention? Yeah. Jamie says hello. He's a little troublemaker. There we go. He's just a troublemaker. He's just a troublemaker. Ah! I love you, Jamie, but what on earth are you doing, boy? You are so smelly. I guess he's in my lap now. Um, not ideal for the whole needing to see thing, but you know, just be what it do sometimes, I think. I sleep down. I'm poking you. I'm poking my boy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're not gonna do a damn thing about it. You ain't gonna do a god be damn thing about it, are ya? Please get off me, actually. Okay, I love you to death. That's too much for Mama. Regardless of gender, I am that boy's mother. That is all I will ever say on the matter. Mm, oops. Get off, Jamie. I did not invite you back up onto my lap. Air jail. Air jail for stinky little boys who don't know what personal space means. Give, give kiss. Yes, air jail. Mwah. Air jail. Mwah. Air jail. Mwah. Air jail. Floor jail. Sleep tight. There we go. I realized that I forgot to post that I was going live. It's embarrassing. That is a big thing that you always got to remember. In the future, I will probably make something to ease that process a little bit. But hopefully now at least that's handled. Fully. Now that that's handled somewhat, we've got a bit of running around to be doing. Too close. Jamie! No, 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 no. He's such a silly boy. Silly boys. Ow! What did we bite me for? You rat bastard. How dare you? How could you? Could you? Could you, boy? Could you? Oh, silly Billy boy. Silly Billy boy. To not to think and to do. Just okay. The sun is starting to blind me a fair bit. That's irritating. Here, real quick, I know that's not visible, but I like to keep a little work in progress. Get your little mitts off of my table and off of my knee, nonetheless. There we go. Jamie, what are you doing? He's hovering and waiting for me to acquiesce, but I will not. Uh. Don't lick me! Ew! Ew! Boy, stop! Okay, get you down. Not doing this no more. Air jail. He passes the dangle test with flying colors. Mwah. Yep. I'm picking you up, and I'm getting a water, and I'm taking you out of the room. You're coming with me, fucker. You don't get to interrupt me. Funk, 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 funk. Ah, Jimmy! Jimmy! Oh, good grief. Goodness gracious grief, you little bastard. He knows what he does. He knows his sins. This boy knows the weight of sin in his heart, and he still chooses it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Evil. I should get a coaster. If I'm gonna drink. No. I'm gonna smush your little face until you leave me alone. Smush, squish, squash. You don't like it? You don't like it? Huh? You don't like being loved? Don't bite me. Son, I'm a decade older than you. Behave. You were in infancy. While you were an infant, I was studying the blade. Oh, that would be so silly. Okay. Obviously. Mm. I love seeing a friend of mine who mods Genshin. I won't elaborate further than that. But like the mods they use are so pretty. Like they're so pretty. They make it so nice. And they give back melanin on so many of those characters. I love these characters to death. Telling me that they are not melanated is insane. Where's the melanin? Put it back. Okay, I gotta close that window because that's gonna do me in. Oh, there. Oh, I can see again. Jesus. I'm still getting my sunlight because I have one window open, but that's not the one that's sitting itself directly in my fucking face. There we go. Probably shouldn't be this close, but I like being particular. Teehee. Whoops. Hmm. That's better. Much, much better. Mm. Obviously, this is not like a complete anything. Honestly, like the eyes should be. I'm having to remember. Whoops. Oh dear. One of the bigger things is going to be getting a sense. Ow. Ivy, not you two. Okay, then I guess we are going to. Okay, girl, I'm so sick and tired of this from you. You cannot. Girl, girl. Okay, I'm gonna do something cursed. Mm. I'm not great at open mouths for some godforsaken reason. Problem is, what moves is not actually the top lip. It's more so the bottom one, actually. All right, now I'm just doing all of it's silly, all of it's silly little mock-ups that don't mean anything. That works. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Ivy at least can be bothered not to perch like a gargoyle, so she gets lap time while I'm drawing, because I can still draw. She's a creature of evil proportions. Not as evil as her brother, though. She's evil in a different way, in that she's just a soft, sweet little old lady. Yes, they are about the same age, but she's so much more old lady than he is. I mean, yeah, he's an old man. Not the point. Scare me to death, but I'm wasting my breath. 'Cause you only listen to your fucking oof. Ivy girl. Yeah, she likes her little nose scritched. I can't blame her. I would also like my nose scritched. Poor girl. You try to make me feel bad. I could talk about every time that you showed up on time. I never had to run 'cause you never did. Never paid any mind to my brother or friend, so I shut 'em all out for you. I was a kid. All my moments, you're wrong. This is just a little late. Mm. Now, girl, He's just a lady. She's got a little bald spot. Yeah, she's just a little old lady with a little bald spot. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, actually. Mm, mm. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I had to sneeze building there for a couple seconds. Hmm. I mean, I'm kind of trying to decide whether or not I hate it. I kind of do, but I kind of don't at the same time. No, that's ugly. Nah. I guess I'm not sure what I'm wanting out of that. Hmm. I'm gonna have to think about it. You know what? Let me do this the old-fashioned way. Let me stare. Mm. Oh, okay. I see what's pissing me off. I just sit there and kind of gum my mouth for a minute. What's irritating me is like, okay, the best way I can think to describe it is that these little points kind of get pulled. Connect, like obviously not this much, but it's got there's a the, hmm, trying to think the best way of explaining myself is that there's a degree of is it hmm, it's more that these little twinges like disappear kind of because they're pulled down. Like that's the best way I can think of to explain what I'm trying to get at is that it's the little twinges that get pulled. Sort of, but that's not a great shape. Not quite what I'm looking for either. Obviously, like the entire lower portion of this jaw, like pulls down as well. But it's a whole it's a notion of that tugging, I guess. And it's almost like the little peaks pull up as well a little bit. That's so ugly as hell. Let me try and fix that. Almost I'm getting it, I think. Not 100% if I'm getting across my point. But that is looking marginally better insofar as this is why I gotta double check things. Do the individual, like, pixels matter all that much? Probably not. No, overcomplicates things. Again, the rest of this would look less uncanny. Oops, I meant to duplicate that. if I could just kind of take all this and like yoink it a little bit, but it doesn't. Okay, the light has moved into the other window now. What a joy. Sarcastic. Hmm. Honestly, it could be. I guess that's the thing. It feels uncanny. I don't know exactly how committed I'm wanting to be there, but regardless. It has been about 2 hours, and I do need to make something to eat because I haven't quite done that yet today, and that will be the death of me if I don't. So I'm going to at least call it for now, but I might come back to this later today. We will see. If you do not hear from me, you will know where I have gone. I will most certainly probably be back tomorrow regardless. Thank you for your time.